Alright, so last Wednesday we got an announcement about the future of Metal Gear, kind of. And Wednesday is also the day I go away from my PC, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to make a video that day. I would have loved to, because I did a lot of speculation and thinking that day about the announcement of Metal Gear Survive. And I'd just like to give my 2 cents about it, because I have some opinions about it, and most people by now are, they're used to, oh, Metal Gear Survives is going to be the death of Metal Gear, they're just cashing in on it's the death of Metal Gear. I personally say otherwise. I went on the Metal Gear subreddit, joined some discussions, a joke one. There was a couple discussions, I gave my thoughts on it, and I'm glad to see one of the moderators sort of shares my opinion. But I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who is not opposed to it, unlike a majority of the community. Now, I know I'm in the minority here, because people are just saying this is a cash-in, oh, it's Konami, like, defiling the series. Honestly, I see it as a good thing, because Konami previously stated that they were not going to focus on AAA games, and I'm assuming AAA games meaning console games in general. And I mean, I was kind of skeptical about that with the announcement of PES. Whatever, I don't keep up with that because sports games are dumb. But what caught me up by surprise was Metal Gear Survive that Wednesday, and I watched the trailer and I was like, what the heck? This is not my Metal Gear. And that's where a lot of people stop. And they're just saying, oh, they're slapping the Metal Gear name on it. But honestly, I see the spin-off as a good thing for the series and the future. Honestly, at this point, it's a good idea to not touch Solid. Like, we can have a Metal Gear game without Snake. Look at Rising. Look at 2. Look at Sons of Liberty. Sons of Liberty barely had Snake, and yet it remains one of people's favorite Metal Gear games to today. And it holds up really well. And look at Rising. That game was fun as shit, albeit it wasn't developed by an in-house studio. It wasn't developed by Kojima's team. They couldn't get it up. It was in development hell, and they shifted it over to Platinum. And it's still a Metal Gear game, is what I'm saying. And Platinum did a great job on Rising, because Rising was fun as hell. But like, look at people. I know Metal Gear is a story-centric game, and survival looks like it has little to none as of now. I can't say anything for sure, but the game looks like it's going to be more gameplay focused than story focused, which minimal cutscenes and basically the same deal that Phantom Pain was, albeit the Survive will be more focused on co-op. And a lot of people I know are saying, oh, it's too over the top, this idea isn't Metal Gear. I don't want zombies in my Metal Gear, please get the zombies out. I mean, if the idea is too over the top, please explain the Sorrow to me. Explain the nanomachines in MGS4 and how they function. Explain the ghosts in Peace Walker. Explain the skulls, please. Please, just take your time and explain that. Explain Vamp. Please, take your time and explain that, because it is not over the top. It's actually, been done before, and this game is gonna focus on one of those little ideas, and that's okay if you ask me. Another thing is, like, it's a spin-off game, and people are getting mad about the wormholes. Do you guys realize that spin-off games they are canon, and they make a lot of sense within the canon, or they aren't. They're just completely for fun. This one is completely for fun. This game honestly looks fun to me. I want to get some friends together on PC, and I want to play some Survive. But I mean, I don't know. I'm probably gonna pick it up day one just to see how it is. If I regret my purchase, I'll refund the game and get something else on Steam. But you know, people are complaining about the Metal Gear name tied to it, and I mean, I'm assuming they're not mad because Snake's not in it. And you know, Snake's story's over. We don't need another Solid game. Please, just don't touch Snake. Make a new character if you have to. Just don't touch Solid. Don't touch Kojima's legacy, please. For the love of God. If you want to make a 6, go for it. Please do not touch the legacy Kojima has left behind, as in messing with the canon and all this whatnot. If you want to, like, I'm perfectly okay with remakes. I'm perfectly okay with spin-offs. But this one is, you know, it's weird to me because it's a zombie game with the Metal Gear name tied to it, and a lot of people are getting mad about that because it's a cash-in. I honestly don't see a problem with that because Metal Gear Solid 5 was, the Phantom Pain anyway, was extremely, like, disappointing in the way so much stuff for the game was developed. Like the Fox engine, I mean, I know that wasn't primarily for MGS5. I mean, it maybe was. It was going to be Kojima's new development engine. But they used it in PES and PT. That was another Kojima game. PES wasn't. That makes a lot of sense, and I understand why they wouldn't reuse the Fox engine. And you know, it's got the Metal Gear name tied to it. A lot of people are getting mad about that, but this I don't say it connects with the story at all. What it does is it connects the time it takes place and the technology they have. And sure, we have high-tech bows and all. You know, they want to explore some ideas that they couldn't implement in the Phantom Pain probably because they were either too crazy for one, or they just didn't have the time because Phantom Pain was rushed out the door, as everyone knows. But it's just going to put the equipment and the universe, the canon that has been established up to that point, and it's going to reuse assets, of course. I mean, we all saw that, and there's no problem with that. It's just like, I know it's a small comparison, but like, why reanimate a gas tank if you already have one? You have the same gas tank. Why would you take the time to reanimate it, retexture it, all that stuff, when you can just simply take the one that's already there and put it in this other game? And I know people are saying it's cash-in. It probably is, but at the same time, I don't believe it is. Solely because I want to see... I think it is this new development team getting their feet wet with a Metal Gear game, and they want to experiment with the gameplay a bit, and they want to see if they can implement any ideas that weren't implemented in Phantom Pain, or that are going to be implemented in Survive, into future Metal Gears, such as maybe co-op, or, you know, this high-tech bow, or zombies, I don't know. And I mean, I understand why people are mad. I completely understand. I'm not mad, I'm just really curious. I'm not going to say it's going to be a good game, I'm not going to say it's going to be a bad game, and I'm not going to say I am 100% pro Konami at this point, because I'm very skeptical about them. But I want to see this new development team and where they're going to take the series from this point, and this is just step one. This also proves Konami isn't completely focused on pachinko, and that is a good thing, because if you saw my previous video, I was pissed about the pachinko machine, and yeah, I said I wouldn't give any more money to Konami, but I mean, Metal Gear Survive is going to determine if I keep to that statement. Metal Gear Survive is going to be my first anti-Kojima game that I purchase, or not anti-Kojima, but like, you know, first Metal Gear without Kojima. Kojima-less is what I meant to say, but it's going to be my first game that I purchase from them. It might be the final one. No, not going to confirm nor deny that. I will post a verdict when the game is out and in my hands. But as of right now, I encourage people to look at it through my eyes and see it as oh, Konami isn't killing the series with pachinko. You know, I'd rather Metal Gear die with this game than the pachinko machine. Because the pachinko machine is just taking the gravestone that was Metal Gear, prettying it up, and then pissing on it. Metal Gear Solid 3 does not deserve that treatment. And honestly, I feel like Konami can come back from this. Maybe. I know Konami of Japan is the real enemy here. Konami in the US, they are not Japan. They worked on Metal Gear Online. They're continuing to work on it as far as I know. I think they're keeping the American servers going, but I'm not completely sure on that. But I know they worked on Metal Gear Online. Like they shifted development over to them, and they did a great job on that. But it's Konami of Japan that is they're the culprits of the mistreatment of employees and the firing of Kojima and the canceling of Silent Hills and the defiling of many different series, like beloved game series like Silent Hill. But if Survive is good and they prove themselves that they can make a good game that isn't like had a really rocky development cycle, then they could come back with a bang. Because Survive, you know, a lot of people have already boycotted it, and we don't have any gameplay yet. I'm not gonna say, you know, the gameplay's a whole lot of fun. I got my hands on it early because that would just be a blatant lie. I'm just gonna say, at least wait until we get some gameplay until you completely say no. I want to give this new game and this new development team a chance. I want to see where Metal Gear is going, and I urge anyone who sees this and cares about this to see things my way. You know, where it's not completely a negative thing. You know, they might just be cashing in. Who knows? We won't know until, you know, the game's out and it's total garbage, and they didn't put any effort in at all, and they just reused assets from the Phantom Pain and added, you know, maybe one or two new things. We don't know. But I just urge that you all calm your titties about it, because it's too early to fully boycott Metal Gear. I mean, a lot of people have already, because Konami are a bunch of scumbags. But again, I'm curious to see where Metal Gear is going. Other people are curious to see where Metal Gear is going. I'm not the only one, but I just want people to see things the way I do, where it's not completely a bad thing that a new game is coming out. Anyway, I apologize for my voice. My throat has been failing me lately. Sorry, my mic cut out. Anyway, I apologize for my voice, and I hope this video is an eye-opener to some people, because I know a lot of people are mad, and I hope you know, see things differently from this. I'm not urging you to, but I just hope. Anyway, thanks for listening to my whatnots. Do whatever you want with those buttons down below. I don't really care. I'm not in it for views or money. Thanks for watching. Whatever. I don't know how to end videos. Just press stop right now. Thanks.